Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 5th episode. 5. We made it to 5 episodes.
Wait, 5?
We're on 5.
Whoa,
5
Is it
episodes.
really 5?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm proud of you
Oh,
guys.
my.
The 5th episode of the Usual Spot podcast. My name is Tuminator.
I'm Sea Salt Shelby.
And I'm Churro.
Yes, as you guys can see, we have a very, very, very special guest with us today. Churro from the Kingdom Hearts community has graciously accepted us into his list of things that he's done in his life concerning the Kingdom Hearts community. Yeah, another check mark. Boom. Off the list. You've done so much for the community, so it's really a pleasure to have you here. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for the invite. Like I always try to, do new things, with people. Like I love when people put together stuff like this. It's always so nice to see these happen, and I'm always checking up on them. Like I always see other podcasts and other video on demands out there, and it's like I'm always watching. I'm always watching.
Churro's always watching.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I have to make sure the community is not like in flames.
We're all behaving. Gotta make sure we're all behaving.
And if it is, I'm just walking away like not my problem anymore.
So that's actually a great segue into the first thing that we want to really quickly touch upon for this episode. So as of recording, it is currently December 27th. For some of us, 28th for others. But we have been going through a rough patch in the Kingdom Hearts community. Those of you who are involved know what's going on. The game is currently being leaked left and right. We just wanted to let you know here that we're not going to be talking about those spoilers. We're not going to be mentioning anything specific. We're just sort of going to give you a warning as to what to look out for, how to look out for them, and how to protect yourself from these spoilers that are going around. So Shleb, why don't you start off by telling the people what is being leaked and how we can sort of start to avoid things.
So, basically everything's being leaked. You gotta get on shutdown.
The whole
Kingdom Hearts community is shut down. The government is shut down. The Kingdom Hearts community is shut down. All of it. All of it is
It's
shut
canceled.
down.
It's fine.
Everything is canceled for the next month.
New Year's is canceled. No more 2008.
This is canceled. Everything. X canceled.
So, basically, Kingdom Hearts 3 has been stolen, and the game is out there.
I feel like
But
putting up a
Nomura has
missing
protected.
poster. Missing Kingdom Hearts 3. We gotta post it on the telephone poles.
Have you seen us?
If you have, don't. Stop seeing us.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, put us on the milk carton. Missing 30 Kingdom Hearts 3 copies. Anyway, continue, Shleb.
It's a lot. Yeah,
It's a
so
lot.
some poophead stole 30 copies and has stolen and has sold them.
Mhm.
He has sold the copies into the wild, so all these random people have it and are uploading different videos of the opening, of the tutorial, of different cutscenes and bosses and whatnot. So it's a very scary time here for the Kingdom Hearts community.
Hold your loved ones close.
Honestly,
It's a very tough time.
honestly.
No. Keep everybody at a distance because you're
Can't trust them.
it's like that. It's like that phrase: trust no one, even your friends, and not even
trust-
yourself
yeah,
either.
Absolutely, don't trust yourself. Yeah, like there are people in this community just going crazy. Like people are like up and leaving, and it's a month. We're still a month away.
It's not
This
just
is supposed to
leaving,
be
but
our happiest time.
it's not just
Right.
leaving, but there are people asking for requests too.
Oh God, I
Or-
know.
That person who's posting links for specific things, and it's
Right.
getting to that time where people are now like almost at the point to where they're gonna be like, please spoil the entire game for us.
Right. And like
Yeah,
it's even to the point where the art book is being leaked, the deluxe edition art book, and it's
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
It's so disgusting to see.
It really is.
And I feel
Oh,
very
no.
bad for Nomura and his team for
Mhm.
taking the 5 years to develop this, to make everything good for its fans.
Mhm.
He has these expectations that we're gonna love this, it's gonna be the best one out of the series, and all that just went
It's
straight down.
starting
He even requested that no one would share the spoilers or anything like that, and people are heckin' requesting them. You entitled poopheads.
The people that are literally asking or looking for them are the people I don't understand. Like, the people that are spoiling it, they want the fame. I get it. They want the fame. They want to be the reason that Kingdom Hearts 3 was spoiled. I get that. But if you're one of the people that are looking to spread that, and like you're looking for it, I don't understand you. I don't understand what your goal is, what you're trying to do by trying to spoil others. I don't get you. But the PSA here is, they are out there. Don't freaking spread them. Don't do it. Just stop.
And be careful what you click on, because you know there are, I mean, unfortunately there are, you know, on social media you can mute keywords, but there are ways to, you know, go around them, and just be very extra cautious, because you might somebody that you follow might retweet it. It shows up on your feed.
Now that in that regard, I actually have to throw props to the quote unquote good half of the Kingdom Hearts community that has totally neglected sharing anything. I mean, I'm following around 300, 400 people, all having to do with gaming and Kingdom Hearts, and 0 of them have shared any spoilers. I haven't seen a single one. The only tweets about spoilers and leaks I've seen are warnings and sort of PSAs about who to block, who to unfollow, all that sort of stuff. So props to you guys that are actually looking out for the people and not sharing things. So
AKA Churro.
Thank you. And Churro, definitely. You are like one of the first that come to mind. You are the first person to know that this thing is leaked, and
you are on top of
this.
Who is spoiling, who is leaking, and like the fact that like you were on it within like a minute or two after it's known that like a particular person or user is doing this. Like the community has really like almost, I don't want to say no one else, but like you are like a huge part as to why we know like who to block and whatnot. So like I think I can say this on behalf of the entire Kingdom Hearts community that is actually decent and good. Thank you.
Yes,
you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. But I don't know at this time right now, because back when the leaks, you know, started to happen because of the person who originally stolen the copies. Was not a fan, so he did not know how to play.
Right, he had no sympathy.
So, yeah, well, not just that, but like he couldn't, you know, he wasn't able to post the leaks because he had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
But now that
he didn't know what was important.
But now that actual fans have the copy, now people are taking the liberty of downloading those clips and re-uploading themselves, and it's unfortunate because if you make a PSA about, hey, to block this account, you got 5 more coming up.
Right.
It's going to be repeated over and over again until the game
close one door, 5 more open, it seems.
Yeah, it's right now it's at an impossible game right now. It's like the saying, once it's on the internet, you can't take it off.
Right.
So unfortunately, no matter what Square Enix does, there's no stopping this now, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, so, and that's the most important thing. Like, this is totally out of Square's hands now. Like, as far as they know, this thing has gone and spread like wildfire. I mean, they've done what they could. I mean, I hope they press like legal charges.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping something can be done there. But as far as justice goes, the best thing we could do is to make sure that we don't spread. We do our part and not spread these things, and continue to have these PSAs, have these warnings, and also continue to support.
Also, big gaming sites are actually doing the opposite. They're actually making articles about the leaks, like show it all in there. It's like the first instance was Eurogamer after the
we were all over them though. Like, we were all over them. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they fixed it pretty quickly.
But still,
they're like,
just
the wrong one was like, what do you mean the wrong one?
Okay.
I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like,
totally believe you.
It's like you guys are making an article saying Kingdom Hearts 3 is leaked, but yet you put a leaked opening into your vid.
Oh God, it's so. There was no thinking there. There was 0 thinking done there.
And now DualShockers yesterday made an article about that, and then they had all the videos.
Right.
Of opening in there. Like, really?
Oh my God.
So disgusting. It's so beyond disrespectful, and I can't comprehend how people don't realize how disrespectful that is.
Right.
It makes no sense to me. How can you go about your day thinking that it's okay to watch and share these leaks. It's so beyond disgusting because this team has worked so hard on this just for the community itself and these huge like gaming news sites to ruin it.
It just takes me back to the Kingdom Hearts 3 premiere when you had that media that leaked out all the footage that they played the day before. Me and Tuminator actually got our hands on it. You know, when I finally got a place to park and find some grub, like at the moment I sat down, I got messages saying Kingdom Hearts 3, you know, stuff leaked from the premiere.
Right.
And
that was the Wreck-It Ralph thing, right?
Yeah, that was the record, you know, Ralph being rebuilt as a summon, as well as, you know, Toy Box and Olympus being the 2 demo game, you know, levels to play. And it's like not even like they were only in there for like not even an hour before all those got leaked out.
Right. Exactly. But anyway,
wasn't that because of someone at IGN?
No, it wasn't IGN. It was a supposedly I heard it was somewhere like a European media that did it.
Yeah, either European or
Eurogamer then.
I don't know if Eurogamer,
but surprise me. Eurogamer, what are you doing? Anyway. So just things to do to sort of protect yourself from these leaks, just really quickly, just a quick lowdown. If you're on Twitter, you're active on Twitter, you can clearly mute words like KH3 or Kingdom Hearts, but chances are your timeline is going to be pretty boring. But that's the world we live in. You could also change your notification settings. I know I've done that, and personally, my notifications have been empty. Like, I have, no notifications now.
I believe it.
Because I'm set up so that I only get notifications for people I follow, which is not very many people. So if I get a notification I haven't seen, oh my gosh, hi, Kat.
This is the real surprise guest.
Hi, yeah, this is our second surprise guest. You weren't supposed to come until later. Yeah, Shadow.
But yeah, it's, you know, like the keywords. There's also a setting where you can block like brand new accounts with no headers, no profile images. Because I've been noticing a lot of brand new accounts that are coming like out of the woodwork, just spoiling. Some are like adding hashtags, like spoilers and all that. Don't click on those hashtags. You know, just stay away from those. Just be aware of new accounts. Beware, like I've been also the people who've been requesting spoilers have like lower than like 10 followers. Like, but their accounts have been like a couple of years old though. So
they're being quote unquote smart about it by creating these new accounts and sort of not having their own personal account linked to it. I mean, it is what it is, but try to avoid those types of things. And Twitter does a good job of setting it up so that you don't get notifications or tweets from those people.
And then like be aware on sites like Instagram, Snapchat, because people can put it right. The main problem with stories is that you don't know what's in them until you click on them.
Right.
So you can like click them. You can click right on it, and it'll take you to a story with a spoiler right on it. So,
the hardest site to avoid things on, I think, is YouTube. Because even in the recommended section, a thumbnail could be a spoiler.
And blocking does absolutely nothing.
Blocking people
you have to use
on YouTube
extensions.
does nothing. Right. Exactly. So my advice, honestly, is to clear your history on YouTube so that no recommended videos from Kingdom Hearts show up. And honestly, just don't go on YouTube too much. Like,
or don't search
or just go direct.
Yeah, or
just go directly to the YouTubers that post content that you can trust.
Right.
Because there are YouTubers who do post content that you can trust, and you'll be fine. But you just have to go directly to their YouTube channel rather than
use their personal URL. Right. Use their personal URL rather than going to YouTube.com. Anything else? I think that's like cut and dry. You know, there are obviously more detailed videos, but that's not what this podcast is, I guess. But
yeah, then the forums, you know, 4chan.
Yep.
Is very notorious.
You should be staying away from 4chan regardless. But
yeah, but some people like to take a chance. So,
sure. Well,
GameFAQs, the Kingdom Hearts 3 board on GameFAQs is another big thing. Reset Era, and I think NeoGAF as well.
Right. Yeah, I would stay away from all of those.
Yeah, don't bother going to them or any of those threads.
I'm pretty sure KH13 and KH Insider both have very strict no spoiler policies, or they have a specific forum for those, and moderators are on 24/7 checking to make sure that nothing gets posted that shouldn't be posted.
The Kingdom Hearts Reddit has really strict no spoiler policy as well. The wikis have strict no spoiler policy as well.
Right.
So you should feel safe, browsing the wiki.
Right. Any trusted fan sites, I guess you could say. But yeah. Well, thank you so much for helping us spread that message, Churro. But we really brought you on here because we're interested in you and how you got started in the community. Yeah, how you got started in the community and some of your favorite moments. Because as far as people know, you are the quote-unquote grandfather of the Kingdom Hearts community. You have been there since the beginning, the first game, with the news, spreading news, creating news websites. So we want to learn a little bit more about you for those of us who don't necessarily know all these things. So we'd love for you to share these things with our listeners. I guess the first question we have to ask is like how you got started. Like what made you get started reporting news for the Kingdom Hearts community?
Well, the funny thing was that I didn't learn about Kingdom Hearts till after I heard about an announcement at E3 2001, because that's when they first announced Kingdom Hearts.
Right.
So I didn't really look into it. I was like, I heard it was from Square Enix or Squaresoft back then.
Right, Squaresoft, yeah.
Yeah. So fast forward to a year later, it's March 2002.
Mhm.
Kingdom Hearts was released in Japan. And then maybe, May of that same year, May or June, GamePro had a big giant, 8-page spread about Kingdom Hearts.
Ooh.
Because it was coming out here in the West,
Yeah.
September. And I saw it. I fell in love with it because I saw Disney. Then I noticed they had blurbs on Titus, Waka, and Selfie because I was a big Final Fantasy fan.
Right.
Titus. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Titus.
Tomatus.
So, anyways, after reading that, I was so hooked. I was like, okay, when this game coming out? September? Cool. September comes around. It comes out. I buy it third day after it's released. Play it. I was just charmed. Being able, I'm also a big fanfic reader.
Mm-hmm.
So reading, being able to explore Disney worlds in the viewpoint of a teenage boy, and interacting with Disney characters was such a huge dream of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to do that, being involved with this brand new storyline that you'd never, seen before. You have two big giant IPs, Squaresoft and Disney, and then funny enough, today is being December 27th.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts Final Mix was released in Japan December 26th. 2 days ago in Japan.
Right.
And I was a lurker of the original Kingdom Hearts boards on GameFAQs.
Right.
And people were posting topics like, why is this game being re-released in Japan for full price? Nobody understood why. So it took me a few hours to figure out the mystery. So I made a topic saying, hey, this is what Final Mix is supposed to have.
Okay.
New stuff. And a lot of people were like, well, what is this new stuff? I was like, well, I don't know. I'm not from Japan. So see, there was a user, I can't remember his username. Was he sends me an email saying, hey, I have a copy of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix and I have all the new stuff that was shown in the game. I was like, do you want pictures and information about that? I was like, yeah. So he sends it to me and I'm sending her this is a gold mine. This is I got something here. So I had my own personal blog. Back then I was a huge Final Fantasy IX fan. So I was on a forum. My username back then was Zidane, after the main character.
Yeah.
But then people would call me Ziddy as short nickname. So I had my own blog called Ziddy.net.
Ziddy.net.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I took down the blog, put up a really quick website for Kingdom Hearts, and I just put all the information that was given to me. Then I posted on GameFAQs, here's my site with all this information about Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Keep in mind, this is December. By the time I got done with it, it was December 28th, which is actually tomorrow.
Right.
So that would be the first day I actually built my first Kingdom Hearts website.
Wow.
That's 16 years ago.
We've been friends for so long, and I've never known that. that you got started because of
Wow.
sharing information on Kingdom Hearts Final Mix and what the heck it was.
Mhm.
Because if you think about it, a good portion of the Kingdom Hearts community was around like 9, 10, less than that. But you had, like you said, you were a year away from being an adult
Yeah.
at the time that Kingdom Hearts 1 came out. So you were able to go ahead and do, like, 9-year-olds, we can't do that stuff. So 17-year-old you
Mhm.
doing this stuff, like, that is so cool to think about the first sort of the origins of Kingdom Hearts news reporting.
And like I said, I wasn't even looking for fame. I was just like, people just wanted answers, and I
Right.
had the answers.
Right.
I just put it up on the site, say, here you guys go,
Uh-huh.
Enjoy.
Right.
So what happened hours later, my site went down because I had too much traffic.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow.
So a lot of people were like trying to grab my attention on the boards. They're like, dude, we're having your site. I was like,
Uh-huh.
so I'm like, bandwidth. No
Oh.
bandwidth.
Right.
So I'm like, well, when's it coming back on? I'm like, at the end of when
Right.
the new month starts, the new year starts.
Right.
So I was like, they're like, well, can you let me know so I can see what's going on?
Right.
Aw.
Okay, so I did one better. I actually bought a Kingdom Hearts URL, khworld.net, and I found a site that offered a lot of bandwidth for cheaper.
Right.
I think my Zitty.net only had 5 gigs of bandwidth, and this one offered me 30.
Ooh, huge upgrade back then.
Huge.
Just so we're all aware.
Bandwidth was expensive.
A terabyte wasn't a thing back then. Just saying.
It wasn't. So during the time, like from like the 28th to the 31st, I spent like that amount of time just like coding, trying to put a decent layout together, and boom, it was done. It was ready to go. So I didn't want to make the reveal until after the first.
Right.
So first comes, I make a post on GameFAQs saying, "Hey, my site's back up, but here's a new URL."
Yep.
And then by then I got contacted by the same guy who gave me all the information. He's like, "Oh, I got videos from the Xemnas fight back then. He was called the Unknown.
Unknown, right? Because you have no idea who it
Yeah.
was, right?
Then he said, I got a higher quality video of Deep Dive that was higher than the ones that you found on peer to peer,
Right.
back then. And then he also had recordings of the Showdown of Fate between Cloud and Sephiroth, and Riku arriving in Hollow Bastion, which was added in, and then the scene at the very end where after Sora seals Kingdom Hearts door, you have the little flashback of the trio on Destiny Islands.
Yep.
I had to spend like a good day downloading all those videos.
Yeah.
From him. It was a direct download.
Wow.
And
wow.
That goes on the site. So the site goes off, big fanfare. 3 hours later, site dies again.
That's incredible. But that's so cool, man. That is such a great story. And eventually got it back up and running, and here you are now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, honestly, I didn't really think I was going to be doing this for 16 years. I thought this was going to be...
Who does? Who goes into this thinking, I'll do this for 16 years?
No, it was just like, here's my 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
And I'm just going to walk away in the sunset.
Nope.
Nope, because a lot of people were like, where did Churro go?
Right.
We need more.
We need more.
So CageWorld.net stayed up until 2005 because I tried the best I could to keep it afloat, but like I said, it was just so expensive back then.
Yeah.
So after in 2005, it goes down forever because I couldn't afford it. But in 2004, well, actually late 2003, Kingdom Hearts Insider, back then they were called Kingdom Hearts 2.net.
Yep.
Went up, and then I think a couple months later, in May 2004, Cage Ultimania went up.
Right.
And the funny thing about that is Pete, who's the owner of Cage Ultimania, was a forum member of my site, and my site inspired him to make Cage Ultimania.
And that's cool, man. And then suddenly, Kingdom Hearts websites popped up. I know Cage 13 just had their 10 years. They popped up in 2008. Cage Insider, eventually they had to give up the Kingdom Hearts 2.net domain because of Kingdom Hearts 2 coming out.
Yeah, they had to give it up to Square Enix, unfortunately.
So they then became Cage Insider.
Then you had the other big site that came right after mine was Ansem Report.
Oh, the Ansem Report, right.
which was a huge site dedicated to theories for what Kingdom Hearts 2 was going to be, based off, the two secret movies.
Right.
And they battle with the unknown with all the, translations that were coming out for it.
Mm-hmm.
And when they saw that, I became very good friends with the owners of Amazon Report. And when my site went down, they offered me a position on their site because they wanted they wanted to use my news expertise with their theories. So we kind of like merged.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I became a part of their staff, and then unfortunately, As Report didn't really stay up. It was hard for them to stay afloat for a little bit longer because I think the theories were kind of like getting old and stale, and some of them were getting kind of crazy.
Right.
So,
well, that didn't change.
No, yeah, it didn't. But back then, it was just like we all heard the same story now.
Right. Yeah.
There's nothing new to put on it, but
right.
But after that, just a whole slew of sites started coming out. You had Kingdom Hearts Network, which was run by Cage Vids. You had Sora's Domain.
Yeah.
Bunch of
Cage Destiny.
Cage Destiny. There was another one I can't remember. It's gonna haunt me now.
You'll remember it. There are too many. There are too many.
I think
so many.
Around like getting close, like then around was it 2000? I think it was when Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2 was finally announced.
Right.
That's when like the sites started coming up. Like there was like a new Kingdom Hearts site popping up every month or so.
Yeah.
But then like around the time where Kingdom Hearts 2 was about to get released, that's when some sites kind of like eventually just died out because
that's where the boys were separated from the men. Is the ones that were gonna stick around.
well, it's not just that because a lot of people grew up and they kind of grew out of that.
That's true too.
So they had to make a choice, either doing Kingdom Hearts news or go move on with life,
raising families or whatever that is,
going to college, and here I was, a person who was working / going to college at the time, just doing this for fun because it made a lot of people happy.
Right.
And
that's awesome.
And a lot of people are like, nowadays are like, well, why don't you get paid for this? So like, what I would love to, but it's not really in the cards for me at the moment.
Right.
So.
But well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for telling everybody the origin of the Kingdom Hearts news. That is so cool. But really quick, just sort of like throwing you a curveball. What's your favorite Kingdom Hearts game, and who's your favorite character?
Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah,
Sora.
Same.
Yes.
We're in the KH1 club.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, from a story-wise, Kingdom Hearts 1. From a gameplay standpoint, there's 2.
Right.
But obviously, Kingdom Hearts because it's the beginning. It's like when it's weird because like when you look at the story, for Kingdom Hearts, you had a boy traveling Disney worlds to find his friends, and then if you fight different Disney villains, and then all of a sudden, right near like the last fourth of the game, it throws you a giant curveball.
Yeah, and it's very compact. It's within itself. It doesn't rely on others. It's a standalone sort of thing.
Yeah, and nobody knew that it was going to be as big as it is.
Right.
Not even Nomura. Not Disney, not us, the fans. They were just like wondering, is there going to be a sequel?
So. And they were like 9.
What do you mean? There's only been 1 so far.
The second one's coming. It's Kingdom Hearts 3, right? There's only 3 games.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to play.
All you need. Anyway. Jesus, that boggles my mind. Anyway,
right.
And the character would be Sora, obviously, because
he's my favorite.
I'm everybody's favorite, so it's okay. The reason why I like him is because he never really sees like a lot of negativity. He always like for example in Dream Drop Distance, even though Niku betrayed him, he still acts like he's his friend. He still wants to be his friend. So Sora is just really cheerful. He's so happy. He's so friendly. Even towards villains, he's like, even though he despises them a lot, he still doesn't hate them.
It's
people call him.
Go ahead.
People call him naive for that, and that's why a lot of people don't like him. But like, I feel like that's such a good character quality to have, to not be so negative, to want to see the the good qualities in everyone and give them the benefit of the doubt. And I don't know, man. I don't know how people can actually not like Sora for that reason, because he is such a pure and innocent and good boy, and I just
he's a cinnamon roll. He's just
He
so
is.
Too pure.
So
too
sweet.
pure.
Too pure for this world. So, all right, just wanted to get that out of the way. We just wanted to make sure that, you had the right opinions. I'm just kidding, because those are both our answers as well, literally verbatim. But anyway, back to the news part of your life. You've been around for pretty much every single piece of Kingdom Hearts news in existence. So, in your lifetime in the Kingdom Hearts community, what is the best reaction to any piece of news in your memory? You've been around for it all. So was the reaction to Kingdom Hearts 2 better than the reaction to Kingdom Hearts 3, or what?
I would say it's hard because it's between those two.
Right.
Because because for both titles, we've been waiting. I mean, the wait for the Kingdom Hearts 3 announcement was longer.
Right.
But yet, back in with Kingdom Hearts being released as the only title, you have started to second guess yourself. So I would have to say the announcement of not just Kingdom Hearts 2, but the announcement of Chain of Memories. So Nomura kind of doing that, fastball down the middle,
right.
while you're expecting a curveball, saying, hey, we're not going to release not one sequel, but two,
yeah.
So, and seeing that trailer from Tokyo Game Show, and remember, keep in mind, there was no live streaming. So
right.
So somebody, like, we used to get our Tokyo Game Show and Jump Vista trailers by somebody standing so far away and zooming in with their camera at the screen that was showing there, because back then you weren't allowed to really record the screens that were going on if you were that close. So here you have like a zoomed in camera on the Tokyo Game Show trailer of Kingdom Hearts 2, and you just see like people walking. You can still like see the heads of people walking by, like on the very bottom. So it's like,
wow,
just to see that trailer, and people didn't know that trailer existed because it was hidden deep in a Korean forum.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And the site is called ReallyWeb, which still exists today. It's kind of like Koreans' like version of their 2chan.
Yeah.
So
2chan.
So it was just there sitting there the entire time, and then I managed to find it, download it, upload it, and boom, it was everywhere.
Wow.
That's
so cool. So we sort of already went through all the sites that have come up. So you've been a part of how many? How many sites have you been a part of?
I can't remember the number on top. It's like maybe between 5 to 8, maybe.
5 to 8. Wow.
Wow.
That's incredible.
I mean, do you want me to list them off?
It's if you want,
okay,
if you can remember them all.
I mean, I always piece like Ziddy and Cage World.
Right. Okay.
That's how it is. Then I worked for Anderson Report. I did Cage Ultimania. I did Cage 13. I was a guest poster twice for Cage Insider. I'm currently with the Key Bears Alliance, part of Cameron's Union podcast. What else is there? I think I did a post for Cage Net as well.
Okay.
And then I had my own free site called Kingdom Hearts Media. And there's one more.
Can you get to 10? I'm like sitting on the edge of my seat.
I can't. I can't remember.
The Usual Spot Podcast. There you go. 10.
There you go.
Hey!
No,
dun, dun, dun.
That's amazing. So, oh man, I can't even imagine. So, news aside, what was your favorite moment as a member of the Kingdom Hearts community? Either like what being a member has gotten you, or an event that you've been to, or anything that you've witnessed because of Kingdom Hearts in the community. I don't know, just the best moment that made you feel so wholesome inside. What was the best part of being a part of this community?
I don't have one. I have 3.
All right, go for it.
Number 3 would be attending the Kingdom Hearts 3 premiere.
Okay.
Because it made me realize that I made it.
Right. That's how you know.
It's such a dream to be a part of something like that. Like, you never would think that all the work done would end up in that moment. So that's number 3. Number 2 was meeting Nomura for the very first time at San Diego. He was there doing an autograph a co-signing autograph with Hideo Kojima.
Oh my
So-
god.
So
Oh my
having,
god.
So having Nomura and Kojima at the same table doing autographs was like a tremendous moment to have two, legendary, directors,
Hmm.
designers.
Yeah.
It was like I was like, oh my god, I'm part of. I'm like I am not worthy. I am
Aw.
not worthy to be in this presence right here.
Wow.
But it was such a good moment though.
Hmm.
I have the autographs like right over here.
That's so cool.
I have three of Nomura's. I have one on like a 2.5 postcard, one on the Final Fantasy postcard, and then there's a big giant one, Lightning and Snake. So I have Kojima's and Nomura's autograph.
That's so
Um,
cool.
It's framed.
Oh,
That's
of
all
course
it
Aw,
it
is.
is.
yeah.
Of course it is.
My number one moment is interviewing Tetsuya Nomura at the Kingdom Hearts 2.5 launch event.
Oh my
And-
god.
And I came as a surprise because I think it was either the day before or the morning of. I got an email from Square Enix saying, "Do you want? We have some spots open. Do you want to interview Nomura?"
Yes.
I was
Wow.
like, "Do you even have to ask?"
I don't know if I got
I don't
time.
have time.
I don't know if I
Sorry.
have time.
I got
It's
I got
so
things
short
to do.
notice. I don't.
Yeah, I think like I have to go meet up some friends and and all that. But no, I've never replied to an email so fast before. As soon as I was at work too. I was at work when I got that email. I think it was the day before because I
Yeah.
remember the morning of I had to get there early for that. So it was the day before. I was like at the end of work, and then I saw the words like Nomura interview, and like my heart dropped. I was gonna like have a heart attack at work right now. But then like as soon as I got off, I reread it. I was like in shock. So I was like, I replied immediately, and then later that evening they got back to me saying, "Okay, cool, you're gonna be there at, I think it was like 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock times."
Wow.
Okay.
Jeez. That's awesome,
That-
man.
Golden. That
Wow.
I think that was the first time where it's like I realized that hey, I did it.
Right, you did it.
I did it.
You're still so joyful about it. Like you can
it's-
tell.
It's because like I said, when you do something for so long that you love,
Mhm.
you never know what comes out of it.
Right.
And that's what kind of turns people away because they want results. But like
Instant results.
Right.
instant
Yeah.
results. But doing this, I never really expected anything. I never once asked to be paid back. I've never been asked to, for anything. It's just like I do this because I like doing this. So it's like when people see me do Twitter giveaways, these are part of my own collection
Right.
that I've collected over the years. So like I'm fine with doing that. Like I don't, expect people to give me things in return. Like no, that's not the type of person I am. I'm better at giving than I am receiving.
Hmm.
So
That's awesome. We need more people like Churro.
oh,
That's what I'm getting from this.
Mm-hmm.
Schlev, why don't you ask the next two?
Where are we at? All right. So speaking of Nomura, you've obviously met him quite a few times. What is your like favorite encounter with him? Is there like a memorable moment that you had that you would like to share with us?
I love telling this story because it makes a lot of people laugh.
Mm.
At E3 2015, after the big trailer was shown to everybody, and Nomura was going to be at E3, the community, like some good representatives of the community, were there,
Mhm.
and then Square Enix surprised us by saying, "Hey, we want you guys to have a big giant group room interview with Nomura-san."
Mhm.
So we're like, okay, cool. So we all go together as a group. I say there was maybe 10, 11, 12 people there.
Mhm.
So we go in, we introduce ourselves, we're, names, and then the site we're representing. Nomura's just there. And it's really awkward at first because like you have, the PR on one side here, you have Nomura in the middle, then on the opposite side it's us all lined up like this. So we're all kind of like staring at him. And Nomura's all like kind of like Nomura's a very shy person, so he's not
Mhm.
looking at us directly. He's kind of like looking away, like I would be too. So
Right.
I don't
right.
blame him at all. So, we go the usual thing. So each person asked like a question because there was enough for like 12 questions. So after the questions were being answered, one of the PR persons was like, do you guys want to take, individual photos with Nomura? So I was like, yeah, let's do this. And then since I was on the, I think it was on the far right, so I was first. So I was like, cool, let's do this. So I a lot of people know, some people know I carry 2 phones on me. And I pull out both phones, I sit them on the desk, and the room just goes quiet. All eyes on me. And then Nomura, you can hear Nomura go, Nani? Like he's asking me like, why does this guy have 2 phones on it? And the whole room just like bursts into laughter at me. So I'm like, I'm like deeply embarrassed.
You were so prepared for this moment. You were ready.
You knew.
I knew this moment was coming. So I'm like, I just jumped at this opportunity. So I was just like, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Oh, picture with Nomura-san? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here's
DSLR camera, laptop, webcam.
Disposable. Yep.
Polaroid.
Yep.
So, God. Just to hear him like question like, what is this? And then hear him laugh. It was like the best thing ever because like you don't really see that type of, you don't see that like in almost any situation. For him to actually do that, it's just like, hey, I made Nomura laugh. That's a really good story to tell from now on.
Love it. That's so funny.
So and then we took a picture. It's kind of like
with both phones.
No, actually, it was only one.
Too embarrassed.
I was too embarrassed.
Oh, that's funny. That's so good.
So I still have the picture. Unfortunately, I can't show it.
Right. Yeah, he's very against having his picture shared.
So it's in my Dropbox, and I always like to show, when people ask about it. So after I tell them the story, I show the pictures. This is
right. It's so funny.
So that was the best moment with meeting Nomura. It's just making him laugh because
you're that American guy with 2 phones.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be okay because I'm sure like you're at E3, you got a lot of people representing companies and they got 2 phones, laptops, tablets.
Right, they got everything.
No, it's just a Kingdom Hearts fanboy with 2 phones. That's it.
Oh, that's funny.
So with Kingdom Hearts 3 coming up, obviously, there's gonna be a lot of news at first with all the new stuff that's gonna be exposed with the story and whatnot with the release.
When it's supposed to.
So what are your
right?
Just saying.
There's your tea. Anywho. So what are your plans for after Kingdom Hearts 3? Have you ever thought about that? Do you know what you plan on doing?
Honestly, after? I have not. I mean, I still haven't came up with an answer because we don't know, what comes next. We don't know how long it's going to take for it to come next.
Right.
So, and honestly, I've been wanting to go back to college so I can, move on.
Say it one more time, sorry. It keeps cutting out there.
It's fine.
Go back to college for what?
I've been wanting to go back to college to finally get a degree because I've been seeing a lot of friends in the community, go through college, graduate, and I never was able to do that. I actually focused on the Kingdom Hearts community over anything else. So I figured, I kind of want to, just, like I said, I'm almost in my mid-30s, so it's like I kind of want to go back to school. And complete school. That's one of my main goals.
That was not the answer I was expecting. That is not the answer. And I
think
that's a really great answer. That's awesome.
Yeah, that really is. My mom actually just graduated with a nursing degree. She's a bit older than you, so like you got this. Like I totally believe in you. And plus with your experience, like you'll probably be like top of your class. Like I totally believe in you. You got this.
And it's funny too, because like I learned everything from doing community stuff like PRing, marketing. Like I took a few marketing classes here and there, and it's like I'm only one like passing the class with like over 100% because all the knowledge plus everybody from Square Enix helped. Everybody from Square Enix like giving me tips on how to be a better marketer because like I really use that with the Key Bears Alliance, which is a fan Kingdom Hearts group that we do gatherings every year.
Mhm.
So like I've learned how to put together events with other people. So it's like all I learned, so much. Like like English and journalism wasn't something I really never really invested time in. But
Right.
here I am, been doing this for so long.
So that would be what the degree is in, journalism.
More like no, not really journalism. More like marketing.
Oh, okay. Digital
Kinda
media
like-
marketing.
hmm And
Okay.
maybe look into into events because
Hmm.
I actually had a lot of fun doing that. Putting
Yeah.
together events is like this I don't know when this episode would be released, but on
Right.
the 28th or
Mhm.
29th actually, we're having an unofficial gathering at one for all
Right.
the Key Bear Alliance and friends. So it's kind of nice to put these events and meet other fans.
Mm.
So I think that's
That's awesome.
that's my main goal. Like I've actually considered retirement for some time
Mhm.
from the community, but it's like, will I ever really keep that of being retired?
Right.
Whenever the
Right.
next game
Could you
comes
really
out?
stay away from us? Like, could you really do that?
Yeah, yeah. It's like I guess the community is in good hands already. Got sites like Cage Cider,
Mm.
Cage Vids. Then you got like streamers, you got cosplayers, you got artists. It's the community has grown.
It's thriving. It's really thriving.
And
Is it really in good hands though with all these leaks and spoilers?
Well, they're not part of the community. They're not. They're not.
there's like bad apples in a bunch. You
That's
can't
true.
you can't fully do all that. So
Teasing.
I know, but I still
Take these things seriously, Schleb.
I know very seriously. When we're done recording, you have to give me your Kingdom Hearts pass.
There's a keyblade on your wall. That counts.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you have to take that and your little sign back there too.
Yeah, there you go. Your Cecil.
My
there.
tapestry.
Yes,
That's so cute.
that is cute. I like that.
Anyway, well,
Thank you.
Churro, thank you so much for doing that interview with us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's so great to hear about the origins of the Kingdom Hearts community because you really don't. We're kind of spoiled now. Like, sorry, pun totally not intended, but we're pretty.
I like that. That was good. That was good.
That was so good.
We're kind of. We're pretty spoiled now with how we get our news and with live streams and them being actually active on social media now. They weren't. Like that account was created in what, 2011? I think that Twitter was created.
No, actually,
So-
I actually had control of that account.
Right.
At Kingdom Hearts because
Yeah.
Cage Ultimania actually had that account as their main Twitter account, and then when Kingdom Hearts, I would say Birth by Sleep was announced,
Yep.
or they're getting ready to release it,
Yep.
they had asked us for,
The
kind of
domain,
like how
right?
the name, because it's like how Kingdom Hearts Insider, ended up. They wanted it from us too because they wanted to
Right.
use it to promote it because they were finally getting into social media. Took
Right.
them long enough.
Finally. Yeah. Seriously.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm not the person to talk to because I don't own Manias.
Mhm.
Talk to the Pete, the guy who owns it. So
Right.
this is history with that. But just try to imagine doing news with no social media, no YouTube, no Facebook, no
No Twitch.
no Twitch, and like I mean I used to do videos too. I used to have like a seat with books piled on and my camera just sitting there recording the screen. playing it.
Yes.
I was
Old.
like, because capture cards were very expensive back
Right.
then too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I had and I was doing like Sephiroth speed runs. I was doing the unknown speed runs, but I see how fast I could defeat.
Wow.
And the boards were doing like there was like a thread where it's
Uh-huh.
like poster times, like videos of you beating it. So basically,
That's
we're
amazing.
having like challenges of like who can beat Sephiroth the fastest, who can beat the unknown the fastest.
That's
Oh,
so
wow.
pure.
That's so
So-
cool, man.
So that was our Twitch back then.
We've come such a long way,
So
but that's awesome.
I'm Stone Age right here.
So I actually have another question. This isn't written anywhere, but do you have any advice for anyone who wants to get into doing any kind of news reporting for the Kingdom Hearts community, anything of that sort, I guess? Any advice, tips that you want to share?
Mainly, it's just don't give up. I mean, you don't really expect, like I said already, don't expect success to happen overnight because it's never going to. I mean, I remember when Cage 13 started. Like a lot of people, I've heard people referred as a Cage Insider knockoff. And 10 years later, look where it's now. It's it's a huge site with a big community. They got a lot of good staff on there. It just takes time. Like just like anything, streaming, content creating. If you just show the passion that that you have for it, in real time and doing this stuff, and then people will see that, and then they will eventually will say, hey, this person's happy with what they're doing, and I want to follow that person. So awesome. Like it's weird too, because when my mother used to always ask me, it's like, what is this like doing? And then even though I explained it to her 6 times, about it, she looked at me and said, well, obviously you're happy doing it, so just keep doing it.
That's awesome.
And now that
mom. Now that I've told her I went for the Kingdom Hearts con, it's like she was like taken aback. So and I told her like the the same day I bought the tickets, and I was like, well, unfortunately I have to wait a year because the concert until the next year.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, so now it's like I'm traveling to New York for the concert, going to Santa Monica for here, going to all these launch events, at the Walt Disney Animation Studios, and in Anaheim for 1.5. Just you see that it's like I said, I never expect any of this to happen. So reality is just don't expect it. Just let's not
do what you love. Right.
Do what you love, and then eventually the reward at some point.
Right. So that's awesome.
Just like you Logan, with streaming.
Yeah.
Like I even though as much as I troll you on there, it's
I love it.
And like I've seen your success. Like I remember seeing you when you 12 followers. Now you're over 700.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
And then I saw you reach your goal to get a new PC.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, man.
And I'm proud of you.
And that's not an overnight thing, like you said. That's like 2 years. I've gone back and forth between what should I do? How can I make this better? What, but I still loved it every moment, I still loved everything I was doing.
And I see how much fun you have, just talking to the people in the chat, playing Jackbox with everybody, you just, it's natural to you now.
Right.
So see, that's what I got to do with streaming now.
Yeah, I have to it's all you. I will totally help with that, man. I would love to get you started on that.
It's me for me. For me, it's just nervous. That's all.
Yeah,
really.
Right. That's true.
Who helped you, Tomb? And now you're helping other people?
We can help him together.
Hey, that's what Kingdom Hearts about. Together.
Exactly. Together. Schleb, really quick, what time are we at?
We are at 54 minutes.
All right, so do you want to just do the quiz and not bother with the Strelitzia stuff, or do you want to still do it?
I feel like this conversation has moved pretty well together.
Hey,
thanks.
Mine? Hey, where's my quiz too?
Hey, Shadow's still there?
No, he jumped up. He jumped up again.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wow, I didn't notice it that entire time.
I'm jealous because Logan's getting everything. He gets a cat. He gets a kiss. He gets food.
What can I say, man?
I'm jealous now.
Living the dream over here, dude.
Hey, I'm jealous now.
It's all right. Don't be jealous. Just keep doing what you love, and it'll eventually come to you.
That was good. I like that. You flipped it on me.
That's fine. Well, thank you so much again for answering all the questions for us. But as per the usual spot, tradition goes, it's not necessarily competition. It's not really a contest or anything.
You say.
Right. We thought it would be really fun to see who gets the best character in a Which Kingdom Hearts character are you quiz.
What do you mean best character?
If you get Sora, you win. Just saying. But no, I thought it'd be really cool to see who we get as this came out during the Kingdom Hearts 2.5 thing, so this is a couple years old, but I've never done this one. But this is from Oh My Disney. They did a What Kingdom Hearts character are you quiz. I thought it'd be just really cool to talk about the answers and then take it as we go.
I want to speculate. Who do we think we're going to get?
Oh,
Okay.
oh man.
Let's do that. I like that.
I don't know who the options are. Remember, this is 2.5, so all the games have come out except for Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah.
Well, Dream Drop Distance was out, right? Yeah. That was 2012. This is 2015.
Yeah, so it's already part of it.
Gosh. Probably. I hope I get Goofy. If Goofy's an option.
I want Sora, I'm probably going to get Donald. For some weird reason.
I would like to get Roxas because I really relate to his character a lot, but I'm probably gonna end up with like Xehanort or something, Xemnas, I don't know.
You get like Vanitas or something.
Alright. Yeah, probably.
Demix, I don't know.
I don't know who the characters are, but it looks like there's 8 options. So let's see.
Oh.
The first question is, it's Saturday. I'm on an adventure, lost in a good book, at the beach, working out, catching up on TV, at brunch, with friends, or at the dog park.
I'm just sad because there's no option for sleeping.
I know, I was just thinking that. Like,
It's
I honestly
Saturday.
can't
That's what
relate
you
to
do on a
most of
Saturday.
these.
It's Saturday. I'm sleeping. If I want Goofy, I'm gonna go ahead and pick at the dog park.
You can't do that.
Is that cheating?
That's not cheating.
No, you had to answer it to yourself, not for who you want.
Who would honestly say, "Oh, I'm at the dog park every Saturday"? Nobody does that.
Yeah, so then don't pick it. You heckin' cheater.
All right, this Saturday I'm going to the dog park.
Yeah, right. It's winter. Nobody's going to the dog park. Anyway,
I don't know.
I'm probably catching up on TV, even though that's not true.
That's my answer.
Yeah, that's probably more like to us, maybe like catching up on streams,
exactly,
YouTube videos,
right.
That's our TV
just
now.
internet stuff.
Something, something internety. So that's what I'm picking. Are we all
Ooh,
picking the
I
same
like
thing?
this one.
All right.
I'm at a sushi restaurant. My go-to order is a vegetable roll, dragon roll, spicy tuna roll, or a selection of sashimi.
Dragon Roll, definitely. All day, every day.
Yeah, dragon roll is really good.
I'm not a sushi
But
connoisseur,
also-
but I like spicy, so
sashimi.
I'm gonna go spicy tuna roll.
It's okay. I'm gonna go with sashimi because I prefer sashimi.
Okay, Churro, why don't you read the third question?
Oh, I like this one. Being a Keyblade Master is my dream, attainable, not worth the trouble, or impossible?
Honestly, they get a lot of flack. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'd rather just pick up a stick and just swing it around.
Mine is attainable.
Mine is my dream.
Oh, wow. Oh, God. All right, so 4 out of 10. The question 4 out of 10 is, my friends would describe me as kind, courageous, protective, spacey, funny, lovable, hot-headed, or shy.
Should we answer this for each other?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
probably.
All right. Toon first. All right, Churro.
Yeah, what would my answer be? What would you describe me as?
Funny.
Yay!
Funny, yeah.
All right, cool. I'll take that. Schleb, I
Oh
lost
no.
I lost all of them, but I've been to your streams. You can be pretty hot-headed.
Oh god, I
love
see
it.
this. I want to see this. I need to
But
go.
that's
I need to
a
go to
compliment, though. That's a compliment. You're very passionate.
Okay. I'll pick hot-headed.
Yeah, both of you choose.
All right.
All right. What were the options
Then-
again?
Yeah, I don't have
It was,
the
I
uh,
options.
clicked off, so I don't know.
It was kind,
Mhm,
courageous, protective,
mhm.
spacey, funny, lovable, hot-headed, or shy.
I would either
Courageous?
go. Yeah, I was thinking courageous or lovable.
Yeah, those are my two as well. Courageous or lovable.
But I can only choose one.
Lovable. Do lovable.
Hmm.
That was the
Okay.
first one
Okay,
that
yeah.
came to my mind.
Lovable it is.
Okay, Schleb.
All right. My favorite animal is a dog, lion, cat, or horse.
What do any of these have to do with Kingdom Hearts?
I know, right?
How are they gonna break this off? Lions and cats are pretty much the same thing.
Right,
So I'm gonna say dog. Dogs are my favorite.
Well, I'm a cat.
I like cats.
I'm a cat person.
Yes.
I have a cat. You guys saw him twice, but
I know. I'm gonna steal your cat.
if I wasn't on the third floor, probably have a dog too. Anyway,
Cute.
All right, the next
All
one.
right, Churro.
I love the rain. True or false?
what?
False.
I actually like the rain. I'm a
love
big
the
fan.
rain.
Well, I
I'm a
hate
fan.
being partially wet, dude.
I love
I
the-
like not being in it. I just like hearing it on the window.
It rained on. It rained.
What?
It rained on Christmas, so I loved it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, in California, any bit of rain is
It's so weird.
good. All right, so the next one is to pick a color: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, or silver.
I feel like either me or Churro should have read this one because you cannot say orange correctly.
Oh,
Orange.
red, orange. It's orange, okay?
No, it's not. Oh my
Or
gosh.
you could say orange.
Orange. No, it's orange. Anyway, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, or silver. So any of the colors of the rainbow or silver.
My favorite color is blue. So
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna pick blue as well.
Well, I was gonna pick blue, yeah. So all right, all three of us are picking blue. That's cool. Go
All
ahead.
right, my catchphrase is anything is possible, dreams come true. Laughter is the best medicine. Speak your mind.
Mine's probably gonna be the laughter is the best medicine.
mine is dreams come true, because they do.
Mine is
Aw.
gonna be speak your mind.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm very much so like I don't know, in my streams I don't really have like a rule against like not talking about like anything controversial, just because I feel like the best way to learn is to learn through other people's perspectives on life.
Right.
So
Hmm.
speaking your mind and stuff like that I think is like the best way to learn. So I'm gonna go with that one.
Well, that's cool.
Sorry, that was really deep for no
That was
reason.
a
But
That was pretty deep, but
Just
I
a
liked
little
it.
bit.
All right, Churro, go ahead.
Oh wow. My favorite Kingdom Hearts location is Castle of Dreams, Neverland, Skull Rock, Agrabah, Neverland.
I said School Rock. I was like, wait, what?
School of
When?
Rock.
I
Jack
wish,
Black, School of Rock, and Kingdom
I
Hearts
wish
3
there was a,
confirmed.
yes, there's a new world. You gotta sing and everything.
You heard it here
Kingdom Hearts
first.
3 World confirmed.
School of Rock. Get ready. Jack Black gonna be in Kingdom Hearts 3.
We see you, Jack Black. Tweet at me. Tweet at me.
Yes. Yes. He is starting a YouTube gaming channel, just so you know.
I think I
Really?
read that.
Yeah. No, he didn't.
Oh.
He just announced it today.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
coincidence? I think not. Anyway, continue.
Neverland, the Jolly Roger, Pride Lands, Enchanted Dominion, Radiant Garden, and Wonderland.
Does this say that none of these are my favorite?
It's
A lot of these are Birth by Sleep too.
Yeah, that's weird. And there's 2 Neverland locations?
that is terrible.
Oh my gosh! That is terrible!
I'm probably gonna pick Radiant Garden. Just because
Yeah.
I'm doing
I love the
Pride
Kingdom Hearts original worlds.
What one are you doing, Churro?
Pride Lands.
Ooh, really? That's
Yeah.
Nomura's favorite.
Yeah, that's why.
Alright, so
Oh,
chocolate or
suck
vanilla?
up.
That's the last one. Chocolate or vanilla? Wait, what did you
Ooh.
pick, Sled?
Vanilla.
What did you pick?
Radiant Garden as well.
Oh, okay. So chocolate or vanilla is the last question. Let's do this one at a time
Yeah.
because the result is going to pop up.
This
as
is
soon
so
as we
hard.
pick
Why
this.
would they make this the last one?
I'll go first because I have no issue with this. Chocolate is easily the winner here. So I'm gonna pick chocolate and I got Goofy. Let's go.
No way!
Yes.
I
let's
bet
go!
you it's because of
the dog
The
question.
funny.
It had to be. No, the funny stuff too.
Oh.
It says you got Goofy, the life of the party. You love to laugh and love to make others laugh too. Experience even more adventures with Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix now available.
Yay.
Aw. Nice.
Cool.
Alright, Churro, you can go next.
Okay. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I want to go for vanilla. Sometimes
Okay.
plain is, good. So
Hmm.
let's see what happens. You got Aqua.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Waifu.
I got the
Waifu
waifu.
for
I'm happy with
waifu.
it. Smart and protective. You do anything for your friends. Experience even more adventure with the Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix now available.
That's awesome. Very unexpected. That's cool.
I know.
What'd you get, Schleb?
All right, I'm gonna go with vanilla because I really don't really. I don't know. I'm picky with chocolate. I like dark chocolate.
So we're gonna start a
vanilla.
new podcast coming out. What'd you get?
Wait! I got Ventus! I'm so happy!
You clearly
I'm
missed
so
it.
happy. It's honestly fitting though because like he was Angel Boy. He was known as Angel Boy until now because he might be Murder Boy or
Murder
Make
Boy.
an Angel Boy. So like,
They should make.
I love this.
You know, there's a series called Making a Murderer.
Yes.
You should have a Ventus version. I would love
That
to see
needs
that.
to happen.
Kingdom Hearts Making a Murderer needs to
Yes.
happen.
So Xehanort and Ben.
Perfect. Oh my god, that's so funny.
So it reads, "You got Ventus. Your breeze through life with a smile on your." I think is that a typo? I think it's a typo.
What does it say?
Like, I think it's supposed to be. It says your breeze through life with a smile on your face.
Yeah. It is.
Keep going. What's after that?
And enjoy every day, no matter what obstacles are in your way.
Oh, yeah.
Then experience even more.
You
Ah!
got Ventus. That's cool.
I got
Wow.
the waifu. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're my mommy.
Oh no. I'm calling time out on that.
You're too
All
late.
right. Well, this episode's canceled. Thanks for recording.
You're too late, Goofy.
Yo. Whoa.
Somebody come quick.
Help.
Anyway,
Don't give up.
don't give up. Wake me up inside.
I remember that so bad.
Yuck,
Oh,
inside.
We kept singing that so
it's
much.
so good. And the new Donald one.
Oh, the Sibling Clean one. Oh, kill me now. All right,
Oh,
we have to
so
end this
good.
episode, please, for the love of God. The people are begging for it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Look forward to more to come in the future. Whew! That is 5 episodes down of the Usual Spot podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening to all 5 episodes.
You guys.
Now available on iTunes, by the way. We will be sharing the link down below. And also, we'll be linking this this quiz down below if you want to take it yourself and let us know in the comments what character you got. This is from 2.5, remember, so you're not really going to get any Kingdom Hearts 3 characters from it. But, yeah, so let us know what you got. We have been the Usual Spot podcast. More specifically, I've been Tuminator.
I'm Sea Salt Shelby.
And I'm the Grandpa Churro.
And we will catch you guys on the next episode. Take care. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.